Alright, so as you saw, I just pounded out some delicious looking chicken. We're going to dredge that in the flour. We're going to use these farm fresh eggs with a decent quality dairy to soak them after that, and then bread them in this big bowl here. I like the seasoned for chicken parm, which is of course what I'm making. I do apologize for not talking earlier. And then the finished product goes to the end plate. Unfortunately, this is a two-hand process, so I need a wet hand and a dry hand so that I know my hands are nice and clean, and I do have to hold this little camera. So I'm going to pause you again. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so continuing on from before, I did forget to mention that you do want to take a fork after words and just simply blend this together until it's nice, even color, uniform throughout. Alright. Now the reason we did not want to use a beater or anything like that is we're not trying to whip the egg or get it too frothy, so the fork is the exact tool to use for that job. I'll take you with me for at least one of these so you can see how it's done. We got a nice big chunk of chicken right here. We want to drag it through the flour. Shake off any excess flour, then drag it through the egg. I know, the most appetizing part of food, isn't it? Well, you want to get the nice thick end because that's going to be more stable in your hands. You're going to let that drip off, as you can see. It's got a little extra drag in there. That's just going to make a mess if you don't let it drip or shake it off for a bit. It's, again, easier to do this with two hands. I just wanted to show you the step-by-step right here. Alright, so now we're going to drop that right down there in the crumbs. Kind of push down on it. And then we're going to scatter some over there. Normally I'd be doing this with my dry hand. Kind of push that down. And we're missing this end here, so we'll flip that back over. And again, shake off any excess. And lay it out there, and that is a patty for chicken parm. So this is why you use a wet hand and a dry hand. You're not trying to bread your fingers, you are trying to bread the chicken. And there you have some delicious chicken parm patties. You top these with some provolone cheese and bake them right in the oven. I usually do them around 350. I use a meat thermometer to tell me exactly when they're ready. I'm looking around 165 is the recommended safe temperature, and that's in Fahrenheit for chicken, but I usually try to go to about 170, 175. If you do want them a little on the crispy side, throw them in a little sauteing pan before you put them in the oven, and then they'll be, one, cooked through 100%, and two, baked to perfection. You're literally just trying to melt the cheese once it gets to the oven, so that's usually the best way to go. As I was doing this to make sure it was ready in time for dinner, I'm just going to wrap this up and put it in the fridge until it's time to start cooking. You can either wrap it on a saucer like this, or sorry, a platter, not a saucer, or you can wrap them individually and freeze them up, and that's exactly how it would be done in a restaurant. So just make sure you're planning ahead and getting it ready, and you can have delicious Parmesan whenever you want. Have a wonderful day.